Yo! Next up, we got TikTok's most unlikely superstar. Caught my eyes, we were scrolling. Caught my eyes, I was scrolling through the trending page, so figured we check it out. Let's figure out who TikTok's most unlikely superstar is.
Go start with me talking about TikTok, but I can't help it. I'm freaking glued to the thing. For You page, more like For Glue page. Over the past few years, TikTok has become one of the main ways that people consume video, and it's unavoidable at this point. Everybody has TikTok. Dude, even my mom has TikTok. I guess having a handsome, hilarious, perfect son wasn't enough. You had to download a friggin' app. And of course, you got people like Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae. Does Addison Rae do anything anymore?
My parents actually don't have TikTok, and they're young as hell. My parents are really young.
I don't
and
know.
They don't
you
have
got tons
TikTok.
of people raking in billions of views on TikTok, which snowballs into huge successful careers and a bunch of money. But what's crazy is those people never would have blown up the way they did if it weren't for a bunch of friggin' math nerds who made a really, really good algorithm. Probably the only rhythm they got. Nerds can't dance. The TikTok For Glue page is a technical feat. And settle down, freaks, a technical feat isn't a robot with nice touch. It's
I don't need
just
you to describe it, bro. Who's this motherfucker? Who's
the
a superstar? Who's a superstar? Can we get to the meat and potatoes? Can we get this? A 30-minute video? I swear to God, this video was like 16 minutes long. What?
The other 5% is something that I didn't even know I enjoyed, and that is independent musicians. I mean, who knows why? Maybe it's because I had a chart-topping country song a few years ago, but I mean, who knows? And some of these independent musicians on TikTok
We might not watch this whole thing. I don't know.
I'm in Spain.
We'll see. Oh
I think
God,
the
that
rest
was horrible.
on TikTok are objectively bad.
I'm in Spain without the S.
I'm in Spain without the S.
But I
What
think
the
the rest
hell?
of the independent musicians are up for interpretation. Art is subjective at the end of the day. In the morning, not so much. But amidst all the machine guns,
No, art is not subjective. If I don't like it, then it's not good.
smellies, if you scroll on TikTok for long
Hands
enough,
down.
you'll find some gold. Which brings us to the topic of this video. First off, let's take it back a bit. April 2022. I'm scrolling on TikTok, as one does, and a snippet from a music video pops up on my For You page. It was a woman and a man singing a duet in a forest on a cloudy day. And the
He's
song was
next. That nigga's next up. I can see it in his eyes. He wants it bad.
unlike anything I've ever heard before.
My lovely song.
Fairy in the night, she'd hear me and take me away.
It's so bad. It's good. Hold on.
She would call me in the night, take me in the dead of night.
Oh, hold on. He kind of hit that. He needs some auto-tune on it. Get it right.
And dude, when I first saw
Him
that,
sounding like
call me
Playboy
Dustin
Cardi?
Hoffman, because I was hooked. There was something so raw and unique about the vocals. The imagery was so haunting and intriguing, and everyone else thought the same. This is 80s post-industrial fantasy goth, and I'm obsessed. And they're right, dude. It's mystical, atmospheric, and in a world dominated
People actually think that shit's good? What the fuck?
by ABCDEFU music. This song was the
What?
fish swimming upstream. Dude, this song is what this picture looks like.
Fairy in the night, she'd hear me.
And from there, I immediately started watching
Fair?
the rest of his videos, and I instantly became a fan. Who is this mysterious musician, you may ask?
We're gonna have
His
to
name
react to some of his
is
music, bro.
James Japesky.
We're gonna have to. James Japesky. All right, remember that. James, we gonna have to check out some of his music. Tuh.
He does it all, dude. He produces all of his songs. He writes all the lyrics. I don't know, man. There was just something about him that was extremely admirable. So I blessed him with a follow. I had to. I even got my friends hooked on James. Me and Jacob were always sending his videos back and forth. And we were devoted fans for like a year, pretty much. And throughout that year, he was posting new music, posting teasers about a musical film he's working on, and he was also doing live shows. And what piqued my interest is when I saw that one of these live shows took place like an hour away from my house. So I shot my shot. James a
Why
DM
not?
to see if he'd be down for a little interview, like a little documentary style video about James. Because over the years, I've highlighted a lot of shitty people on my channel, and I think it'd be a nice change of pace to highlight someone nice and good. And a few
Seems
hours
like a
later,
good. Yeah, he seems like a good person so far. I don't know what he does behind the
James
scenes. Seems like
responded.
could be a weirdo.
Absolutely, I am totally
Find
down
out.
for that. So, me, Jacob, and Dean hopped in my car and
But he definitely looks like one of the motherfuckers you would see on Skeet Hansen.
drove over to spend a day with James Japesky. And what that day snowballed into is something that I will never forget for the rest of my life. So sit back and come along as we enter the mystical world of James Chapesky.
James Chapesky, the next internet superstar. Hey, I'm kind of. He's kind of. Hold on. Why is it kind of? It's kind of catching me. Hold on. It's kind of getting me, man.
Morning, I am driving a little outside of Toronto.
I felt that the last time.
To set up our shoot, our interview with James today. I may have an end goal here. I absolutely have an end goal with this interview, but I'm not gonna reveal that just yet. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on the road. So see ya.
I wanted to make a good first impression on James, so I bought this beautiful modern home specifically for this video. That's a joke, but I'm hoping to make that same joke to James to make him laugh. And as you can see, we were already making ourselves right at home.
You eating his food?
It's one banana.
Me and the fellows were giddy with excitement while we awaited James' arrival. And a few minutes later, there he was. We all met James at the door and he shook all of our hands. Now it was time to try out my joke.
I bought this house just for this video.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Work like a charm.
All right, hello James.
Wow, he really did
Pleasure
it.
to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you in person.
I'm James Chapesky. I'm a singer, songwriter, record producer. I work in audio for a theater company. I do light shows, movies. Born to entertain is my slogan. Like when I was little, I used to run around the house just like screaming, making songs off the top of my head, you know, like nothing good. But,
Freestyling.
I'm sorry, little kids.
I've met people like this before, bro. It's
Well, you know, like it was noise we could classify that as. But, you know, as I got older, I started to like write a few like simple melodies and stuff. And 2013 was a big year, because I asked my parents for a soundboard for Christmas. They came through and got me a soundboard and a microphone, so I was like, yes!
Yeah, shout out to the parents.
I know, yeah. I owe them everything, because they really helped me get started in music. They also got me some recording software, and then I discovered we have this keyboard in our house, and I was like, hey, I could use this keyboard to make my own instrumentals. So, you know, I started playing around with some multi-track instrumental stuff, and I made a full song for my one song called Rich and I'm Alive.
Baby, I'm alive. In fact, I have a soul.
It turned out
bro, it's okay. I can't lie. I was hating at first. I said his name enough times, and this music is on my For You page. Let's go. It's on my homepage now. We're checking out his music after this.
the original recording was so bad. This is way.
It sounded decent.
I released anything to YouTube or anything.
Okay, wow.
Which was good that I waited, because the world did not need to hear my early stuff. So, you know, I wrote a few other songs. I wrote a song called Music is the Way.
When I start to play, I feel a whole new way.
I posted it.
I don't like that one.
With my
I don't
friends
like
on
that
Instagram,
one.
And my little tiny following I had at the time, they all loved it. And I was like, hey, this is fun. I like doing music. I love releasing it. So from that day on, that was 2017, July.
Well, okay, if we're gonna turn him into a real artist, what image are we gonna make him take? Or should we give him like a gothcore type vibe? Should we make him dye his hair black? But give him like a Kiss type makeover. Make him look like Kiss damn near. Maybe have him out here in some like MGK type clothing. I think we could do it. I think it works. We might be. No, we need to get this nigga a mask. Actually, he needs a mask. Yes, he needs a mask, bro. We need to put a mask on him. Black hair, like a psychopath. Boom, easy. Easy.
That was the very first song. Oh, of course. It's the J Music.
We need to rebrand the character.
I have it in my phone to post something because like it's the end of it, you know?
So cool.
So basically, ever since then, I've been creating music, and every month or two, I like to release a new song, music videos, working with other singers, and I've just expanded.
So we know James produces, writes, and performs all of his own music. We know he edits all of his own videos and acts in them as well. But that's not all. On top of all of that, he also programs and orchestrates his very own light shows. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. The only light show I've ever done is when my dog wakes me up really early and I go to turn a light switch on, but I'm oh so eepy. So I keep flicking a bunch on and off until I get the right one. You know what I mean? Not as impressive. So after watching his entire...
Is his thing just making bad jokes? Is bad jokes just his game? He just loves bad jokes? It's getting into dad territory at this moment. It's almost getting into dad territory, bro.
Light show on YouTube. I had to ask him about it.
I give that all to Disney, so like.
Okay.
He might be a father. He
like,
might have a
invent
kid
Disney
somewhere out here.
I've been to Disney.
What else do you call adults obsessed with Disney, right? Losers. I'm kidding.
I went when I was 3, so I don't remember it.
There's this one show called Phantasmic, which like I've always loved that show, and basically it's a show that kind of combined like.
Oh wow, bro! Really made a whole fucking documentary video, a whole fucking video doc about losers like this, and then finds out he's a loser like that.
They call it a nighttime spectacular. Because it's not just lighting, it's not just live performance.
He knows all the names too.
Yeah, it's got fireworks. Like I've always loved that show. My parents, they actually bought me the CD of the soundtrack. So I would put it back in the old days. I put on the CD, and with my little Disney villains and Disney figurines, I'd put on the show. I'd tape all these flashlights and all these dollar store finger lights all around.
Oh, cool.
And so it started like that, and then I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could get like a controller to control all these lights? So that got me into DMX, more professional lighting. So I got
DMX?
Yeah, digital multiplex.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was talking about the rapper.
I know, but it's
I thought he was talking about the rapper too.
Well, no, DMX is basically just a way to control lights, like how they control the theater and all that stuff. So basically, it allows me to hook up my lights to one controller, and then I can link them all together and can program scenes and stuff.
Okay, cool.
So I started with like 1 or 2 lights, and then I just kept buying lights and more lights and more lights. Got some cool computer software, and then yeah.
The rest is history.
That's kind of
You
sick.
watch James
That is kind of
Chappelle's
sick. I
music
can't lie. That's
videos,
kind of sick.
You'll notice that he collaborates with other artists pretty frequently, but there is one person he collaborates with the most, and that is Nicole Beer. Awesome last name.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
She sings in a lot of the songs, she appears as main characters in his movies. She's an integral part of the James Chappelle's extended universe. And obviously every time James posts on TikTok with Nicole, every single comment is asking if they're dating or not, because they're two people who hang out a lot. And that's where you go wrong, man. If you appear with anyone online more than one time, I'm sorry, there's already a fanfic about you two people. That's just the way it goes. So I figured I'd let James set the record straight on his completely platonic professional relationship with Nicole.
So we actually took the same program at CONNER, the TV broadcast.
Oh, cool.
So we met there. The first project we did together was actually the Soul music video. So we did some like group projects and stuff together in school, and well, that Soul music video was actually a project for school. Like we had to create a short video. I was like, I'm making a music video, guys. Like this is my kind of assignment, guys. Like yeah. And so I was asking around people in the class that I knew to help with it. I was like, hey Nicole, do you want to be in this? And she was like, sure. So that was kind of the first thing we did together. And then from there, we did another project called A Dream in Color.
You know I dream in black and white when you are gone.
And then yeah, from there, because we went
Bro, I was hating. I was a hater, and it's kind of growing on me now.
together.
His music is growing on me now. Can't fucking lie.
Music ever since. And
Cool.
I feel like when we're working together, we both feed off of each other's creative ideas, and we're just able to create some really good stuff together. And we have fun, so it's basically like you're just hanging out, having fun, making music, So it's I don't feel of it as like a job or anything, because it's hanging out with friends, doing stuff we enjoy doing, right?
In the modern day, if you want to make it... Damn, I should film here every time. It looks so good. In the modern day, if you want to make it in the music industry, you got to be on TikTok. Listening to a top 40 playlist is essentially the same thing as scrolling through trending TikTok sounds, except the songs are too long. And like I said, TikTok is how I found James and his music. And I have my issues with the app, like how people can say the most racist, misogynistic, transphobic shit ever with zero consequences. Well, bad consequences at least. But on the flip side, TikTok can be a life-changing thing for people. Tons of careers have started and blossomed because of TikTok.
Ooh.
So I was curious to get an up-and-coming musician's opinion about the app.
TikTok, oh my gosh, I could go on and on about TikTok.
So when did you start using TikTok?
Okay, funny thing about TikTok. So when TikTok first came out, or whenever it started getting popular, I was in high school, and I thought it was the most stupid app ever.
Same, bro. I used to hate so hard on motherfuckers that were using TikTok. I used to hate so hard. Anybody I saw with TikTok, I used to talk some shit. I used to talk shit anytime I saw someone scrolling through that shit. and I got it, and it was over. The rest was
But
history.
There's one thing
The rest
that
was
I
history.
overlooked, and that is it's got an incredible algorithm.
Nerds can't dance.
This
Like,
guy
I would post,
14
little
or
clips of
40.
my songs, you know, get, like 10 views. It's like, okay,
Me or the
whatever.
nigga in the
I did
video?
do this one crazy little dancing video that went kind of viral, and I was like, oh, okay. But, you know, people didn't really follow. It was just that one video, so it didn't really make a lasting impact. And then Fairy in the Night came out, and that was the song that changed everything. It was a life-changing song.
There's a fairy in the night, she'd hear me.
Bro, tell me that's not kind of hard. Tell me it's grown. It's grown. I need to hear this song.
Away.
That's how I found out about you from that.
That's how most people
And
found
take
out.
me
So
away.
anyways, that was a song that Nicole and I did, and I feel like everything with that song just worked. It had a really cool melody. It was my first time doing like two kind of overlapping harmony parts. Like there's, it's basically like we're having a conversation, me and Nicole singing back to each other, and posted it on YouTube. Posted a little like 30-second clip on TikTok.
I'm tired of these soy white guys with a mullet and a mustache. To be fair, I've seen a good few. I have seen a
wasn't
good
expecting
few.
anything crazy. The
So
next day, I look at my
that is a
phone.
good analysis.
How many views and comments is that? And I was like,
It is
Nicole, I
definitely
think you
starting
had
to
song
become
that went
a-
viral.
So
It is
our
definitely
interview took
starting to
place in
become
the
a
middle of
different- a
James
new
filming
wave.
his new musical film, Darkness, that actually tells the origin story of the fairy in the night. Here's the synopsis. When a mysterious girl living far away from
I
human
does
civilization
inspired.
is kidnapped by the slick and incredibly handsome man of pure evil, she must learn to trust in a young Boy Scout to keep her safe from the darkness of the night.
For this film, basically, I stopped by, okay, I'll just open a document on my computer and I start typing like basic ideas. When you're working with really talented actors like Nicole and my sister Rebecca,
Bro,
she's
he
in it,
loves this bitch. He's lying to himself. He in love with this bitch. Unless he gay, he in love with this
and
bitch.
they're really good at improvising. And I feel like sometimes you can come up with better stuff if I just give them direction like, okay, this is the motive for your character. This is what needs to happen in the scene. Let's make it happen. That's what it's all about, right? Is I do this stuff because I enjoy doing it. I don't really do it to make money. I do it, like that's what I'm working at the theater for. I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I want people to see my work, and I want to entertain the world. Born to entertain, you know? That's the slogan. That's what I'm all about. It's all
Yeah, my
about
next
entertaining.
question was, you know, what sort of motivates you to keep creating art? But you just answered it.
Because I love it.
A few weeks after our interview, something happened that I thought would never happen.
What
I
is
was
it?
invited to appear in the movie Darkness. James friggin' messages me out of the blue,
What is
says
this?
he needed some extras to dance in the background of the biggest shot of the entire film. That would mean that me, Kurt, would be canon. Call me Nick Cannon. That would mean I would be canon in the Fairy in the Night universe. So I said yes immediately. So a couple weeks later, me and Dean were hopping back in my car to head back to Kitchener.
I'm like 90% sure he only asked him because he didn't know any other people. He needed more people and didn't know any other people. But we can keep it to the part. We can keep the idea that he wanted, that he liked him. He wanted to be there. Yeah. I don't think he knew any more people. I'm not even trying to be mean. Not even trying to be mean. I don't think he knew any more people.
To be in the movie.
He was like, there's that one guy. There was that one guy that interviewed me 3 weeks ago. Him.
Are in Kitchener.
That could be my fifth person in the
We're
music
getting some
video.
behind-the-scenes footage of I was gonna call him James. His name's James. So yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna actually be in the movie, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to see how he operates, how he, what his process is when he's filming one of these movie scenes. So yeah, I wanted to film stuff sooner, but you know, we were pretty. He was busy. I was busy. I was in London and LA. It's my life is a movie. I feel like I'm just on the go all the time. You know what I mean? It's like embarrassing how much I'm just like.
Do you want me to agree with you?
Yeah, I feel
I don't want to agree with you.
The big finale and the big opening.
Good to see you, pal.
How's it
His
going?
hair done went crazy in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I was bored right now.
Awesome. How's it going, Curtis?
Hair done went crazy in
James
3
gave
weeks.
us the rundown of the video shoot and even had a full-on call sheet and everything. And this was the first time I got to fully see James in his element. Just talking to him about his art was inspiring enough, but being there and seeing James's passion for what he was trying to make was so infectious. And he was committed to his character all day, because it was like 2 degrees Celsius, and he was in his character's costume of just a t-shirt and jeans the entire time. But after a long day, we got a pretty good music video.
So sing a song of laughter and sing a song of praise. Sing to everybody.
In between takes of us dancing,
Bruh.
me and Dean sat down at a picnic table to take a break. And this is when another extra named Reggie approached us. And we did not expect this conversation to go the way that it did.
Boys, what is this documentary?
You following the chronicles of James and his.
Curtis just found him super interesting.
I grew up in this area, and me and my buddies discovered this guy like 3 years ago. Like before there was TikTok and he had an account on YouTube, and we were just like, what's the word where you're just like enamored, like lost in this guy's passion and drive. Right?
Exactly what we thought.
Like this guy is going to like his energy is so infectious.
Facts, he wants to do it. He got it. I said that. He got it in his eyes. You can see it. You see it when you look at him.
So I paid him to
You
come
want it.
and do his first gig. It was supposed to be like a birthday party, but it ended up just being me and like one buddy. So James ended up bringing more people than like I had there.
Oh my god!
But awesome. I didn't really like. I just wanted to give him like a boost of confidence that he can actually make money off.
Yeah.
And have
that's amazing.
Like a support around him.
Yeah.
And then he brought a couple friends, and he played like he was playing in front of a fucking stadium.
Yeah.
You know? And it was in front of like 2 people.
Bro, it was wild.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
And he played for like 3 hours. This is like the first time I supported him financially, but
I wonder how much he gave him.
Passing on his messages and his videos and stuff.
Right.
For somebody who just puts himself out there, you know.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Unfiltered and just raw, and it's very
Incredibly passionate about his craft.
And I respect people like that take risks and like he's just going for it. I don't have the balls this guy has. Like just go out there and just absolutely kill it and slay it.
You want to say something? Dude, I couldn't have planned a better interaction to have with someone that day. That conversation with Reggie pretty much confirmed everything that I was feeling about James and his art. It is incredibly easy to be ironic and sarcastic about shit and try to act like you're cooler than everything else. I do that shit all the time, you know, just because it's easier than being genuine. But being unapologetic and sincere and passionate about the art that you're making is incredibly admirable. Also, side note, Reggie was also like such a beauty to show up and dance in that music video because apparently he had a broken shoulder the whole time.
I have to go to the hospital. My shoulder's broken. I'm in so much pain right now.
Still dancing though.
As you can
How
see,
the
I'll
fuck
put
did
some
he do
footage here.
what?
We were background dancers for the final song, I believe. The one thing I really noticed was that we didn't get this on camera, but James is not afraid to tell you if you did something that he didn't want you to do. He has a vision, and if you don't do what his vision is, you know, he'll fucking tell you. And honestly, respect, because if it was,
he
most
wants it.
people would just be
He's
like,
particular.
Good job.
He wants it a certain way, gang.
And now we're gonna get some food.
Stupid! Give me your lunch money now!
I've done my fair share of criticizing in my career, but I don't think anything I've said has like crossed the line from joking to bullying. And if it did, they probably deserved it. But TikTok is a different story, dude. You could say the meanest thing you could possibly think of from the darkest part of your brain, and you would get exactly 1 million likes from it. It's wild. And